Hello there, I'm Black White News, and I was reading The Guardian this evening, and I can't believe it's 6 years now since Grenfell Tower. And what the news was talking about is how much the firefighters have been paid in compensation. Now, you can imagine a lot of them, they saw unimaginable images when they went to attend the fire. Some of them haven't been able to go back to work. They're still traumatized over it. And yeah, so what the Guardian was saying is that they've been awarded 20 million. That's to be divided between, I think, 114 firefighters. So they'll get between 14,000 and 1.1 million each, depending, I guess, on the extent of the trauma. Um, and if they were hurt, I guess. And yeah, it's absolutely awful. That amount is in addition to the 150 million pounds that was awarded to the 900 survivors and family members who lost the 72 people who were killed, who died in the fire. 72 people died in the fire, and so 150 million was awarded to 900 people. I think it translates into about £167,000 each on average. But of course, different people got different amounts depending on the circumstances, just like the firefighters. I mean, I don't know how many of you will remember that morning waking up and, it was all over the news, people jumping out of windows and, oh, it was horrendous. And people just, the flames of that Grenfell Tower. And so what I don't understand is they were thinking about putting up a memorial, and they're saying a memorial will cost £340 million. Why would it cost so much? I mean, I'm sure when people hear government, they up the price maybe 400 or 500%. Because that's absolutely ridiculous for a memorial to cost 340 million when it's just a bit of stone. Yes, you'll probably have to shape the stone, but 340 million. They're having a laugh. Anyway, this isn't a laughing matter at all. This was one of the most traumatic tragedies in my time. I think that I've kind of actually seen, and apart from, yeah, we had the Twin Towers. I think that's when I just came back from America. But the thing is with the Twin Towers, it just seems so surreal. It just seems so surreal when we saw it. But it was a similar analogy to the Grenfell Tower in terms of the height of the building and the fire and stuff like that. The only thing with, I guess, with the Twin Towers is that it was in America, and the Grenfell Towers was close to home. It was in the UK. But all these tragedies when lives are lost, it's not nice. It's not great. And if you are attending as a member of the forces, or like the fire brigade, you're putting yourself in a position where you are going to be traumatized, because firefighters, yeah, they expect to go to little houses and rescue families. Um, they don't expect to go to a building and see charred bodies, people screaming to get out and they can't get in, and there's nothing that they can do. Their equipment wasn't even equipped to even reach the people. The ladders weren't long enough, and people couldn't escape. And it was just like, it was just like what they call it, not a cylinder. I don't know what they call it, but I can just imagine what it must have been like for the firefighters as well as the survivors to see their loved ones burnt up. And they do say 72, but we have heard that there were people living in there who hadn't signed the tenancy agreement, who were visiting, some of them on holiday, some of them goodness knows what. But we have heard that, 72 people were accounted for legitimately in that building. Um, I don't think I've got much more to say. Some firefighters were unable to work again because of severe trauma, personal injury, loss during gross negligence, and breach of statutory duty. That's what the the council and all of those people involved. Let me just read it quickly. Grenfell Tower firefighters win 20 million damages in an out-of-court settlement, approximately 167,000 each in compensation after they shed construction. After they sued construction companies, the landlord of the council block, and the London Fire Commissioner. So all of those three people got sued. Payouts to 114 firefighters vary from 10,000 to 1.1 million each. The amount is in addition to the 900 bereaved survivors and residents of the disaster, which was in 2017, in the sum of 150 million that killed 72 people. Some firefighters were unable to work again because of severe trauma, personal injuries. I said that. And the blaze exposed them to unimaginable scenes. That's what the lawyers were saying. So, yeah, I hope we don't see another one of those in a hurry. That was really, really awful. And I hear there's still a number of buildings who still got that cladding and it hasn't been sorted yet. And until another disaster comes, it probably won't get done. We seem to be a very reactionary society, don't you think? We all seem to be operating from a point of fixing it after it's happened instead of being proactive and making sure things are in place and things are done properly. Oh, I'm at a loss. Anyway, that's all I've got to say for now. You take care now. Bye bye.